What did I miss?
What's up YouTube, it's your boy imKingKenneth, back with another video, and today we're going to talk about streamers, and it's not those type of streamers, it's these type of streamers. Because as many of y'all know, live streaming is the most popular form of content right now, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And of course because of that, while obviously there's going to be people that stream because they enjoy live streaming and it's their passion, there's also a good amount of people that's only live streaming because it's a new wave. This as a result leads to drama, and a lot of drama been happening over the past few weeks, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's more drama to come as I'm filming this video, and of course down the line in the future. In this video, I'm going to explain why people say streaming is oversaturated, the overall state of streaming, said drama that's happening, and how I personally feel about it. So with all that being said, let's not waste any more time and head straight to the video. Alright, so as you can tell by the background, I'm gonna teach you some things. As one of the reasons as to why people think that streaming is oversaturated, it's basically because of multiple reasons. One, there's many up and coming streamers. Two, streamers pretty much do the exact same content. And three, people use the exact same methods in order to blow up their platform. A lot of small creators pretty much look at the meta and ideas from bigger creators, whether it's Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, Blackboard Max, etc. As it is easier to copy a trend rather than innovate. And while I don't necessarily blame other creators for doing that, the problem is that when you piggyback off other creators, you're pretty much known as being a clone of said creator and not yourself. Because of the third reason I mentioned earlier, a lot of up-and-coming streamers have to prioritize clips over the actual content they're making. And this in the streamer world is called clip farming. Because as the word suggests, streamers farm clips, intentionally saying or doing the most outlandish things, and post it on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok just so they could possibly get views, and have those possible viewers go to their stream. But what people don't realize is that you're growing a viewer base of basically brain-minded viewers that will only show up there for TikTok clips, and not for you the person. And as someone that does stream, my content is my number one priority. Because while clips help, as long as people find you entertaining, people are going to show up no matter what. And while there's a lot of people that want to be a streamer because of the said popularity, there are still a lot of people out there that so authentically create content and aren't just doing it to chase a bag. And honestly, while this may be the meta now, I do not see this being the meta, and just like anything in life, streaming will evolve. As streaming went from being gaming to just chatting to IRL streams, and somewhere down the line, it will either go back to how it used to be, or it will just evolve to something else. Streaming at one point was very unpopular. Honestly, the same thing with YouTube, but over time, people came to realize how profitable it will be. As not only streamers see this, but also celebrities. And I'm not even just talking about collaborations. Rappers, singers, and other celebrities are streaming too. There's rappers that have been streaming for a while now. I'm talking years, including T-Pain and T-Grizzly. But there's also celebs that just started streaming, like Tyler and Kai Rich, for example. And depending on how you look at it, it could be a good or bad thing. It'd be a good thing as artists are able to connect to the audience more while also making their own money. While it could be a bad thing because it takes up spots for small creators that could have it. And it could just seem forced and they are only doing it because it's a trend. Which goes back to inauthenticity that I mentioned earlier in the video. In my opinion, just like regular streamers, you can just tell when people are doing it for the love of the game and only for money. Same thing with YouTube, let's be honest. Like, if you think Young Miami wants to be a streamer, speaking of things being fake, one of the things people complain about is how scripted streaming has been. And while obviously it has its pros and cons, if you look at pretty much any big streamer out right now, every streamer pretty much has a game plan for how they want the stream to be, whether it's gaming, IRL, or just chatting. And because of that, lines become very blurry into what's real and what's fake. I would compare streaming, and honestly just content creation in general, to reality TV and WWE, because these are all forms of entertainment, while scripted, have realism in it, to the point that even the fakest situations are real, and even the real situations could feel fake, which to be honest is not surprising. I think anybody that shows themselves on screen plays a character to an extent, and everybody knows that the best characters are pretty much themselves turned up to 11. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that knows me personally, but KingKenneth and Kenneth are two different people. Not to extent that I'm a superhero or something, but while I am myself on camera, you definitely have to be more expressive, whether you're introvert or extrovert, in order to entertain the audience. And even if you aren't an entertainer, I'm sure some people out there watching the video right now that act differently when the camera is in front of them, especially nowadays where everybody has a camera in front of them. And let's be honest, unless you're a kid, you should know what's real and what's fake. But even then, some kids should know, and as long as it's harmless, I really don't see the big deal off it. And if it's not for you, then just watch something else. But I also say that to say that the lines have become blurry so much to where other streamers are now beefing with each other more than ever because their fan bases become so attached to the content they're putting out and what could possibly happen behind the scenes. Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross recently had a fallout because of their opposing fan bases and how toxic Aiden Ross' fan base has become, according to Kai.
As a of color hop onto the stream, it's straight watermelon and gorillas. I'll watch
Aiden streams a lot.
And just a few days ago at the time of this recording, a streamer by the name of Wendy Ortiz has been attacked online due to her fan base pretty much doing too much to say the least to other bigger creators, as they became too attached to Wendy to the point that anybody that even slightly attacks her will go after them now. Whether it's streamers like DDG, Silky, and J Cinco, while this is honestly not the first time I heard something like this when it comes to female streamers, as Pokemon is a good example of this has also gotten to the point that the sole reason people are falling out is because of their fan base, not even because of anything else. And while honestly I don't know much about Wendy Ortiz prior to streaming university, if she don't keep her fan base in check now, it would be hard for her to find collaborations. And other streamers have noticed how toxic streaming has become. Streamers like Fanum raised their concern about the current state of streaming.
They said y'all ruined streaming. How did I ruin streaming? How? Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. How did I ruin streaming, nigga? How? If you tell me how I end stream right now, niggas gonna start getting beat up, Chad. Like, it's gonna be great. Like, it's getting bad, bro. It's getting bad. Because the issue is, bro, really got static with each other. But everybody just keep claiming they don't got static with each other. What about my mother? Everybody just keep saying, nah, it's not even freshman year of high school. There's no reason to be for nobody, man. Everybody friends. Sophomore year come. It's a couple little, but it might not be too heavy still, but it's boom. By junior year, it's heavy, man. Those them over there, that been locked in since freshman year, they was like cool with each other, sophomore, but they not cool no boom, right? Senior year, niggas is like, it's solidified, like, I think we in junior.
Another thing that also ruins streaming is simply clip pages, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, or even Instagram, because these pages don't even share the funniest clips anymore of said stream, or even properly put what the streamer is talking about in the clip. What they're doing instead is spread misinformation, or even worse, misinformation and malinformation, as these pages intentionally have the most outlandish headline and try to defame certain creators for their own agenda, or simply just for money. And it's the worst on Twitter, which isn't surprising, because you all know how bad Twitter is. But I just find it funny that they go on Twitter knowing that community knows they're gonna kick them in the ass, and even if they do get paid, they get paid literal peanuts. And another thing too about these clip pages is that due to the fact it's repurposed content, they make little to no money off the content. So instead, they have some sort of gaming sponsor on the clip itself, so it could increase the CPM. I'm not gonna show a specific page because I don't want to give them the time of day. It's easy for y'all to look it up to see what I'm talking about. These clip pages are pretty much a streamer's version of tabloid media, which is something that's been around for decades, by the way. There's blogs like The Shade Room, which I discussed in the previous video why I hate it so much, websites like TMZ, newspapers like New York Post, magazines like SAR, or even your local news station, which is something that sucks. And unless social media platforms do something to where it doesn't get monetized, or actually takes off the platform, these pages will continue to grow. But I say that to say the reason why I stream is because I actually like it. While money's obviously going to be a motivating factor, similar to a job, you gotta have the passion and the money in order to keep doing it, because no one works for free, and you have to be realistic. And while it does feel like people are taking shortcuts to get ahead, there are still a lot of creators out there that put in the hard work and the grind just for the hope of being successful, including myself. So one day it will pay off, and even if it doesn't, the journey will teach you something that you can use later in life. And it's also easy to play a character, not literally, but it's easy to become inauthentic if you let it happen to you. Not me though, I'm not like the Coldplay couple. I ain't got nothing to hide, man. But overall, while streaming is in a bad place, I still see it going up from here, as I still do believe content creation in general is the newest form of entertainment, at least for the younger audience. And we're in a place of social media where we have to grow and adapt, but also evolve to survive, whether it's for good or for bad. But yeah, that's it for the video, y'all. Hope you enjoy, and if you do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I'ma catch y'all later. Join my Discord, by the way, link in the description. And you already know the vibes, follow me on Twitch, I stream this sometimes. With all that being said though, I'm imKingKenneth, and I'm out this bitch. Peace out, y'all.
Phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, Phase 3, profit.